Hey, Rob, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Howard? How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, did you see that show, Breaking Bonaducci, last night?
You know, I didn't, but I taped it.
Oh, you got to see it.
Yeah, it looks really good. Danny Bonaducci, who we know.
I've been reading about that, and I can't wait to see it.
They taped him, and he's like a real train wreck. I mean, he like...
Well, the first episode, he gives up alcohol, but then the rest of the season, he takes up shooting up steroids. And he turns into a real monster, screaming at his kids, ripping the camera away from the camera guy, turn it on them.
Dude,
I can't wait to see the next episode.
VH1 entirely shifted their programming to all reality. They call it, celeb reality shows. Yeah. And it doesn't seem to matter what celebs they get, because last night I'm looking for something to watch. I'm right on I'm all over VH1. I watched Rockstar in Excess at 8 o'clock. That's on VH1 now? Yeah, on Sunday nights. And then 8:30, I'm right into the Brady affair, or whatever they're calling it. It's the kid from Surreal Life, Brady. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, him and that girl who hooked up on the Surreal Life.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The guy and the girl from, they got together on, what is that, Surreal Life?
The Next Top Model or something, that girl.
Right.
Christopher Knight, the Brady kid. Yeah. Christopher Brady.
Well, he's no kid anymore.
Yeah, he's 50. 50. And he hooked up with a 22-year-old model who really isn't a model. She won that show, Be a Supermodel show with Tyra Banks.
America's Next Top Model.
Yeah, she won that show, but meanwhile, I don't think she's worked a day since she won that show.
Except on the Surreal Life.
Right.
Yeah, on these celeb reality shows.
Well, she was plotting this when she was on the Surreal Life. They showed where she was talking to her manager saying, I think I'm going to get a show out of this.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's sexy as hell. She's whipping her top off all the time. She's doing this dude. She's insane. Like, she's the bitch from hell, but she's so hot you put up with it.
So you watched it?
I love it. You watched it. I'm totally down with it. I mean, I find her fascinating to watch.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. Great show. Then I watch Hogan, the Hogan family.
The whole Hogan family.
Hogan Knows Best, which is Hulk Hogan's show. I'm totally into that.
And proves that Hogan knows nothing.
Hogan knows nothing. Hogan is bored out of his friggin' mind. You can tell he just wants to get out of the house, away from the wife.
And they're just bothering him.
Yeah, he's bothering his kid. He's so bored because he's not in wrestling anymore. He just bothers his kids all day. And the wife just doesn't look like a picnic.
Sometimes I
actually find myself feeling bad for the dude.
Every once in a while, it looks like, she's got to go search for him. He's got a room in that house somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, that's a bad sign.
That they have to go find him in.
And he looks like he's still doing the juice because he's pumped and jacked out of his mind. He walks around comparing his arms to girls' legs because he just wants to be big. And really, that's all he's got is being big. And
even
kind of sad.
At home, he's in all the get-up. Every time you see him, there's no downtime. He's not Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Once in a while, you'll see him without that do-rag. But
now his daughter's trying to be the next Britney Spears.
Yeah, and she thinks she's super hot, and he thinks she's super hot.
I don't get it.
Yeah. So that's that. But I like the show. I love watching the show. I like the Hulk Hogan family show. And then I was going to stay up and watch Breaking Bonaducci, but I had to go to bed, man. I was tired, and Beth came back from this fashion. She went to a fashion show for Luca last night. And without me, she went with one of her hot model friends, Monse.
She even got a model name.
The two of them were practically nude and walking out of the house, and I was like, hey, I better be going to this thing.
What's that all about?
Wet bitches.
To her, it's like going to the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Like she's never been able, like Beth models, but she's never been able to go to any of these big shows, So she was all excited. She got invited.
So that's like a big deal. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was a big deal to her. I've been to them. Years ago, I went to one. I think you went with me, didn't you? Yeah, it was kind of fun, but, I didn't want to be photographed. Like, I would go if I didn't have to be photographed.
That long, though. I mean, they walk out, and it's over.
It's over. It's 2 seconds. She was home, by 9:15. She left at, 7 and was home. So I was home, and I just immediately whipped out my new Kelly Monaco DVD that Richard made for me.
Did you actually take a look at it?
Did I take a look at it? Of course I did. Kelly Monaco's coming in today. I wish I looked better. My hair's all screwed up, and I'm a mess. I'm tired from the weekend, but put in the DVD, right? As soon as she left, I had to check it out.
What is it, like her Playboy video?
It's every Playboy picture she ever did.
Yeah. So it's just picture after picture? Do you have to, like, click on things, or do they just roll out?
Well, you click on stuff. And then
I don't know how he puts a DVD together.
You get a menu on the DVD on your computer, and then you click on it. And then he had videos of her, like, dancing naked. It was great.
Really?
Yeah.
Dancing naked?
And the only criticism I have of her is that she's very retro Bush. I mean, she's got the...
like a big major...
Yeah, big major Bush. Like, if she was my girl, I'd have to, like, take that down.
Maybe she's changed. You know, that was a couple of years ago.
I'll ask her when she comes in today. Can't wait to see her. Hope she wears a little outfit. No panties.
Now, what is she famous for again?
She was on that dancing show.
She was on the dancing show. What's the matter with you?
I don't watch that. I have no
Kelly
idea.
Monaco.
Never seen a second of it. I have no care.
I have to ask myself, are things already falling off that she's showing up here?
No,
who cares about her?
I care about her.
Artie, you care about her.
I care about her early one.
I can't wait to see what you
Artie's going to care about her. Unless she comes in here all overdressed, like in a burqa.
No, she'll come. She'll show up right here.
Yeah. How about did you see the video where she's in like a lifeguard's chair and her leg is lifted up? And
no. It's weird. I didn't get that. Like some of them, like I only got two. One was for dancing, but no music or anything. They couldn't hear anything. Then there was another one where there was lots of music and was part of the Girls of Baywatch.
Oh, okay.
And apparently she was Carmen Electra's stand-in. She wasn't even on Baywatch. Yeah.
Wow.
So like her career wasn't going so great. I studied the thing. I watched it all like 3 times.
I've been following her career for a long time.
But I couldn't find... I saw some stills of her as a lifeguard.
Well, there's a video of her as a lifeguard where she's in a tall chair and she's got her leg way up and...
She's spread eagle?
Yeah. Well, not totally, kind of from the side, but you see the bottom of her leg and the thigh, and oh, man, it's perfect.
Is that what gets you going?
Yeah. But I know what you mean, too, about the retro...
when you finally slept with a girl just a couple of days ago, like it took you 3 hours to finish, and yet I'm sure if you just look at that leg and thigh shot and Kelly Monaco... Seconds. So, man, there's something wrong with you. Like, you have an intimacy issue.
And the other night when I was like, you know, when I finally had sex, I kind of had to, like, finish off myself.
Really?
Yeah.
What's going on with you, man? That's 3 hours of doing it.
I don't know.
It's because his computer is filled with dudes.
Seriously? You got a real issue.
And you said the girl was hot.
She was real hot, yeah. But I'm just so used to doing that. Yeah, I guess I'm so used to it.
But you're with a hot chick and she's touching you. And...
You'd think you'd explode right away, don't you think?
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, I have the opposite problem. I finally get near a real girl, like everything just goes off.
Shoot off like a rocket.
Like a rocket ship.
Take off.
Yeah, I could kill you
before you get your pants
off. One
off.
poor girl had to take the emergency room. A piece of her head came off.
Real girls feel so good, you know, compared to the plastic ones. Yeah, they do. They feel great.
So I had the Kelly Monaco DVD going that you put together.
Oh, man.
Nice compilation. Good job.
Thanks.
So you liked his work.
He's good.
Richard and his evil perv, like, laboratory.
Like, I put the DVD in, and then right away my computer asked me, do you want to burn a copy of this? And I was like, I don't want to burn a copy. I just want to watch the goddamn thing. Took me a second to figure it all out.
And did you see how I have the pictures labeled as like
super hot in folders?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The effing hottest picture ever, and like that's how I categorize.
Oh, so did you go to the effing hottest picture ever?
Yeah, of course I did. It was hot. He was right. Kid knows.
Effing hottest picture ever.
The effing hottest picture ever.
All the best ones I put the F word in front of them. Yeah.
So anyway, so Beth went to this fashion show. And
effing big penis.
That's what's in the other folder that he doesn't show you.
Really nice penis folder.
Effing nice penis.
And when she came home, she asked me if I watched the Kelly Monaco DVD, and I said I did. And then she wanted to know if I'd pleasured myself, and I said I didn't. She didn't believe me, so I had to have sex with her so she believed me.
You know something I did the other night that was pretty wild? I got to be careful how I say this. I pleasure myself, but did it backwards.
What does that mean?
Like
Oh, like when Benji does that?
Oh, like
you turn your hand backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Was that like having a new?
It was new, yeah. It was cool.
Benji perfected that grip. You might want to talk to him.
That's a cool grip. It felt like somebody else, you know.
Somebody told me you slept in bed with Sal over the weekend.
Yeah, Saturday night. We did a comedy show, and he was real tired, so he came and slept in my bed. We watched a movie. And
Do you hold each other?
No, but we had to share that same blanket. And stuff.
Oh, man.
And I swear, I don't know if he was messing with me, but I swear I felt him tickling my ass in the morning. I think he was like joking around when we woke up.
That's not a joke.
Good one.
This was the creepiest
Why are you always
night.
sharing beds with guys?
Because I live in the city, and people need to crash in the city, so I offer it.
It was the worst night of sleep I've ever had. I would sleep better in a rock concert than sleeping at his place.
It's my man trap.
You were in his place.
Oh, it was awful, Howard. I felt like I was a rape victim. It was like a little dungeon, and this futon, he has black sheets as soon as you walk in. On
Black sheets.
Yeah, and they don't stain.
No, that's the thing. You can see stains on these black sheets.
White sheets, you don't see stains.
It was like dried pancake syrup all over the sheets.
And why did you just go home?
I was so tired. I felt like crying. I was driving. I was on the BQE, and Richard goes, you know, I want to meet some people at a bar. You mind dropping me off? I'm like, yeah, you know, it's 1:45. I just want to
go home.
I get to the exit. He goes, you know, I didn't know it was 1:45. You mind dropping me back off in the city? And what am I supposed to do? Leave him in the middle, leave him in the middle of the Bronx?
Take him back to your house and let him sleep there so you can be...
I get to his place, and the elevator doesn't work. We have to walk up 45 flights of stairs.
It's on the 7th floor.
Yeah,
brutal.
It felt like the 70th floor. And we get up there, he opens the door, and you can hear it creaking. It's like a horror movie. You see this futon Howard with this one black sheet, and he goes, all I got is one blanket. I hope you don't mind sharing. And I'm like, I'm sleeping on the floor. I'm not sharing anything.
You should have slept in the stairwell.
That's his move, man. That's how he gets you into the bed.
And the thing is, there's no room on the floor because that's where I put my clothes.
But Howard, this blanket, this so-called blanket, it looks like a floor mat, like a placemat. It's like a coyote. It's this little cheesy blanket with hair and stains on it. And I'm freezing. He goes, I like it real cold when I sleep because I get warm with my blanket. And I'm like, so he takes off all his clothes. And his big belly's hanging out. He looks like my grandfather.
What do you mean all his clothes? Like
all of them. I mean, down to his boxers.
My boxers. Yeah.
Everything's jingling in there anyway, you know. And I just curl up in the fetal position against the wall, and I'm freezing. And he turns on the air. And on top of all this, it's 2:30 in the morning.
Can't you say to him, don't put on the air?
I felt bad, you know. I mean, he's Richard. I love the guy. So I'm in the fetal position, and he goes, you want to watch horror or comedy?
Watch some porn.
He's like, it sounds like, well, I'm currently starring in a horror movie, so I'd like to watch a comedy.
I'm like, horror, this is horror right now.
I think he makes it cold, so you have to cuddle with him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting
warm.
It's cold. You want to cuddle?
I'm warm.
Terrible. And I'm trying
It's warm in my ass.
I'm in the corner.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm in the corner in the wall.
Guess where it's warm?
It's warm inside of me.
The warm spot.
Cut me open and get inside.
My colon is heated. So.
You know where it's warm? My colon.
My lower intestine has heat.
What a crazy
My throat is warm.
My saliva is warm.
All right, I don't want to hear any more of this.
Wait, but how?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So now, every 20 minutes, I'm waking up shivering, like, you know, and it gets so cold, I turn around, and there's Richard. He's out like a light, you know. It's like a retard sleeping, not a care in the world.
I'm so jealous of people who could do it.
And I couldn't help it. I slowly picked up this floor mat blanket, and I put it over my shoulder. And when I did, my ass touched Richard's ass.
I felt that, yeah. I woke up
and
and
it
Felt good.
I got a
Mission accomplished.
But Put your ass a little closer to mine.
This is what I've been waiting for.
You know what's warm? My ass cheeks.
Boy, these shorts are rather cumbersome. I think I'll lose them.
Hey, how did you get in my mouth?
Don't you want a spoon?
Welcome to the horror movie.
So how long did he watch a movie for?
Well, he goes, you want to watch Creep Show 2? I'm like, you're like Creep Show 1. This is Creep Show.
Yeah, right. You're on the set of Creep Show.
Did he put it in?
He put it in. I go, dude, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm freezing my ass off. Just shut the TV off.
And then he falls asleep with it on, or no?
No, he shut it off for me. He goes, I got something better. He goes, what was the name of the movie?
Oh, I showed him a movie that I made years ago with my buddies in Missouri. And it's like the beginning of the movie is just a wide shot on a pair of hog testicles.
That's the whole
Good
thing.
movie.
Yeah.
You want to be the girl or the boy?
Wow. I reckon you like to be the bottom.
You look like a hairy bottom.
Oh, and another thing. When,
I'm a power top.
Before we got
primarily, but I could switch.
Right. I'm kind of ambidextrous when it comes to gay stuff.
Ambidextrous.
Power everything.
I'm a switcher.
I can read me with my left hand or my right. Let's play Roto-Rooter. I'm not like your wife. I won't say no.
I'll do anything.
I don't say no to anything.
I don't care how big your wallet is.
All kind of sex is okay with me.
I don't mind if you're unshaven.
Hold me.
Yeah.
You want to watch Breaking Bonaducci and Break Sal?
We're just staring at pig balls all night, and he's giggling. Oh, the whole time.
And you're lying in this on the futon together.
Yeah.
Is there music when you're looking at pig balls?
Yeah. There's a whole soundtrack.
Nails type stuff.
Yeah.
Got guys throwing rocks at the pig's balls.
This is some movie.
How long is the movie?
It's like a 2-hour movie.
It's too long.
We only made it to about 15 minutes. Then we watched Creep Show.
How many? You have the DVD for Creep Show too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it again last night,
All the times
actually.
you moved, how does that make it? Like,
My
where do you
favorite
cut
movie.
off stuff?
I've got a great library. That's why his clothes are on the floor. He's got to keep those DVDs somewhere.
Yeah,
Why did
they're
you
in
watch
my,
it again?
Because
you forget.
Yeah. See, I'm one of those guys. I only watch movies I know I'm going to like. I never try anything new. That's a classic.
Yeah. I see a lot of people went to see that movie this weekend with The Exorcism.
The Exorcist.
Did you see that, Robin?
Emily Rose. Yeah, I saw it.
How was it?
I think a lot of people got fooled because they thought that was going to be like an Exorcist movie.
It's like a trial movie or something, right?
It's about a real-life trial of a priest who did an exorcism and killed a chick.
But there's some interesting little moments where they do flashbacks of what actually happened. And I thought, it's a decent ghost story. It's not, the horror film you expect it to be.
Yeah. There's one coming out called Venom that looks really good. Have you seen the ads for that?
Yeah, I'm going to get the DVD and watch it with Sal.
I'm waiting for Venom.
I'm waiting for Venom Part 2.
Rich, you're the only guy in the world waiting for Venom.
But did you see Transporter 2 really drop down?
Yeah.
Didn't make much money at all this weekend. Must be bad.
Because most people are like me. I'll watch that on DVD. Yeah. I can wait. I can wait for that one. I'm still waiting for Star Wars to come out on DVD. I didn't see that.
What, the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, you could burn a copy, no problem these days. They're all over the place. Not that I have one.
All right.
So did you really tickle my ass in the morning, or was I thinking
Dude,
about
you were
that?
fantasizing. You're a freak. There's no way.
It's funny, too, because
I would stab you before I tickled you in the butt.
he had to get up to use the bathroom, and it was like walking through a maze. Because I got an office chair, I got clothes on the floor, and I could hear him fumbling around and having trouble making it to the bathroom.
Did you have morning wood?
No way. Morning cork, man. I'd had any...
Did you wake up with morning wood, Richard?
No, but I did go in the bathroom and do myself while he was asleep, like after he fell asleep.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He goes, I can't wait to get home and, take care of it. I go, dude, I'm sleeping over. He's like, well, maybe I'll have to wait till you fall asleep. And that's exactly what he did. What a weirdo.
Don't worry.
Think about that.
Don't worry.
No.
The bathroom is
I actually had the Kelly Monaco Maxim.
You can't wait till he leaves? I mean, you can't go 24 hours without pleasuring yourself?
Well, no, because then it would have been Sunday, and I don't do that on the day before work, so... I had to plan that so I could do it on Saturday night.
When are we going to contact the authorities?
I want to know why. Why? Why can't you do it on Sunday? Why?
Because I'd be tired today. It'd mess up my whole week.
Trains them.
If you did it Sunday at like noon, you'd be tired?
Well, then it'd mess up my whole day. I'd be too tired to go for a run and too tired to get groceries.
Now you're making sense.
He takes this job real seriously. Like, I mean, he's like a boxer.
Oh, absolutely.
He's not a real boxer. He's just a box.
I just think just listening to this apartment, it should be condemned.
Hey, if you want to see his apartment, we've got all the pictures on Vagina Corner, so you can look at Richard's apartment. It's pretty good. In addition, you got Baba Booey smoking pot in Amsterdam with Sal, and a whole bunch of pictures.
Poor Sal's living through everything. He's got to go to Amsterdam with Baba Booey and tape him. Then he's got to sleep with Richard.
Yeah. Well, go to howardstern.com. You'll see pictures. It's Vagina Corner. Click on that.
You should have had a camera that night.
I know, I should have. Richard, another story, too. I don't know if we should get into it now.
What?
There's a bunch of old ladies at the Comedy Club Saturday night, the show we did.
Yeah.
Like real old, like
Richard
80s.
really old, really.
Yeah.
And Richard started doing these real vile Christopher Reeves jokes. And they all started walking out. And there was 4 left.
They all had party hats on. They were there for some old lady's, like, probably 85th birthday or something.
What club?
Circles.
Imagine somebody paid to see a professional comedian, and Richard gets up there and reading some crap he saw on the internet or something.
And then I do this bit where I, like,
I pleasure myself
in front of my own face, Russian roulette.
I did a set with Richard over the summer at that benefit you did, Sal.
Yeah.
Remember he came up, and he might be the dirtiest comic I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he funny, though?
Yeah, I thought he was kind of funny.
No, come on, be honest. Was he?
I mean, he's a beginner.
Right.
Put it that way.
Yeah. It's been getting pretty good.
Hi, everybody. I just want to tell you about Christopher Reeves. First of all, the guy's name's Christopher Reeve. But, you know,
who cares? He's dead.
I want to tell you. I do. I want to tell you about Christopher Reeves. And you know right away the audience is like, oh, Christ.
That's exactly. All of a sudden you heard, oh.
Yeah, but see, I love that reaction, though.
You love the reaction of people leaving?
Well, yeah, I like that almost as much as a laugh. I
love guys who are in comedy who convince themselves by bombing they're really good because it's not that they're not funny, they're just offensive.
Well, I didn't.
Or that the crowd doesn't get them. That's the big argument a lot of guys have.
Can I?
The crowd's too dumb.
Crowd doesn't get my Christopher Reeves material.
You want to?
I would like to hear.
Howard, do you want to hear the joke? It's pretty funny.
I would like to hear some of his Christopher Reeves material.
I said, well, I was reading TV Guide the other day. They're actually doing a remake of the movie Ghost, starring Dana Reeve. But the weird thing is, the movie only lasts a minute because Christopher Reeve's ghost can't get up the stairs in her apartment.
You think that's funny?
It's so bad, it's funny. It's terrible.
I agree. It's so bad it made me laugh.
I don't even understand
it. Doesn't even make sense. In the movie, Dana Reeve's character lives in a high-rise apartment.
Do you think Christopher Reeve is in a wheelchair in heaven? Like, is he still confined?
Well, that's what's so crazy about it, is if he was a ghost, he wouldn't be in a wheelchair.
I see.
And then I say, well, the whole minute of...
Yeah, because he didn't tell us about the high-rise apartment either.
Well, yeah, I forgot that part of it. But then I say the whole minute of the movie is spent with his ghost trying to press the elevator button with his head.
Wow. I wonder when he's up there, does he go, and then I say...
He just goes along as he's on stage. And then he went back on the sidewalk, and a van came and picked him up. Thank you.
Does anyone laugh?
Yeah, I was cracking up. When Richard tells me a real bad joke on the way in, I purposely laugh as hard as I can. And I give him all the confidence in the world to do it on stage.
See, what's funny is a ghost wouldn't have a wheelchair, see?
As long as I'm making salad.
So after the joke doesn't do well, you go back and give details about the backstory that makes it funny? Like you tell the joke, oh, by the way, that guy in the joke, he's Polish.
That lady,
by the way,
that group of ladies didn't understand he wouldn't have a wheelchair in heaven.
That's what makes it funny.
She lives in a high-rise.
You get it?
It did all right. I mean, there was about half laughs and half O's, kind of like that.
All right.
Them old ladies were...
Good for you, man.
Them old ladies what?
I don't know if they were too much into it.
No, they laughed. You don't know if they were too much into it.
They had laughed enough.
I didn't have
It's hard to get
jokes.
hard to get a read on the old ladies when they leave. It's hard to hear if they think it's funny. I gotta take a break. Did I talk to you on the phone yet? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, I talked to you, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to slow you down, Howard.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Say what you got to say, and then I got to take a break.
No, I was just saying about the Bonaducci show. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, Rob. Later.
All right, have a good one.
Right.
Later.
That's Rob. I got to take a break. I know there's a bunch of folks on the phone. If you can just hang in through the commercial break, we'll get right back to you.